The end of 20th century, 1993. On the basis of the famous Dnipropetrovsk company Trust for Reconstruction and Development, a marketing department was established. Who would have thought that this fact would be the beginning of the development of the whole direction and the emergence of a whole enterprise, which in 20 years will become a powerful and influential group of companies known in Europe, Asia, as well as in the former USSR space. In the early 90s, in Dnipropetrovsk, Kiev and Moscow began the implementation of a series of projects for construction and reconstruction which need serious support for the supply of necessary raw materials. The Trust for Reconstruction and Development and the Marketing Department are taking part in these projects. Construction of the central bus station in Dnipropetrovsk, restoration of the building of the Supreme Council of the Russian Federation in Moscow, creation of a complex for neutralizing ballistic missiles under the program of nuclear weapons disposal in Ukraine, reconstruction of the Grand Hotel Ukraine in the Dnipro, reconstruction of the Petrovsky DMP. We have been working with Vadim Vitalievich Savushkin for more than 20 years. He worked with us at that time. During this period, with his direct participation, a number of objects were fulfilled. In the Petrovsky plant, in the Dzerzhinsky metallurgical combine, we had a very dense work to neutralize the rocket fuel at the South Machine Building plant. As a result, we were entrusted with more work at the Pavlograd Machine Building plant and the Pavlograd Chemical plant. In 1997, Vadim Savushkin creates and registers his own independent company under the name of TechEnergoProm, a new name on the market for the supply of metals, materials and raw materials. There's certain risks, both financial and development prospects, but these risks were justified. Within 2 years of hard work, the company is implementing the first large-scale project, reconstruction of public utilities in Tashkent. About 10,000 tons of rolled metal products from Ukrainian producers were shipped to the largest industrial center of Uzbekistan. Ability to negotiate, offer the most favorable terms, the desire to be useful and necessary, all these factors are transformed into real achievements and new prospects. From 1998 to 2000, in Russia and the CIS, TechEnergoProm shipped more than 20,000 tons of crane rails KR-140 produced by Petrovsky DMP. In 2001, the company opens its first overseas office in London. Dolphin Steel Limited opens representation in Russia. TechEnergoProm participates in the supply of rolled metal and raw materials in the framework of the Ashgabat Agreement. Global cooperation begins on the supply of manganese ore for ArcelorMittal. In 2006, the company became an independent dealer for the supply of Petrovsky DMP products in the markets of Russia and the CIS. From 1997 to 2009, 800,000 tons of rolled metal were shipped to Russia alone. The constant participation of TechEnergoProm in the most significant international exhibitions, conferences and presentations leads the company to the leading positions in the supply of rolled metal products. This fact is marked by a number of awards and prizes received by the group of companies over the past 10 years. Since 2012, TechEnergoProm has been expanding its activities and is implementing the first engineering project in the heat power industry jointly with Yuzhtransэнерго, manufacturing and supplying superheaters to the thermal power station in Iraq. global deliveries of tram rails and TTS materials begin for enterprises of municipal electric transport of Ukraine. TechEnergoProm Group becomes the official dealer of Shunli Steel Group, one of the largest producers of sheet piles in the CIS. TechEnergoProm takes part in the reconstruction of tram tracks in the Dnipro and Kharkov, begins cooperation with machine-building enterprises of Sri Lanka. In 2016, the geography of supplies of tram rails expands to Kiev, Kamenskoye, Kryvyi Rog, Zhytomyr, Vinnytsia, Zaporozhye and Kaliningrad. Today, the brand TechEnergoProm is recognized in every corner of the world. This is one of the most successful companies in the metal market. For more than 20 years, TechEnergoProm has shipped over 2 million tons of raw materials and semi-finished products, rolled metal products, pipes and metal structures. TechEnergoProm is 20 years old. In the realm of history, this is a short period. In the realm of the enterprise, these are hundreds of completed projects, more than 2 million tons of shipped products. It is the trust of our partners in different parts of the world. We are known not only in Ukraine and the CIS, but also in Europe, Asia and America. We comply with European quality standards and offer profitable solutions. Today, one of the main priorities of the company is the development of municipal electric transport in Ukraine. Our country goes to Europe. We are doing everything possible to ensure that the tram in our city corresponds to the European level. We are not going to stop there. New projects and new achievements ahead. The TechEnergoProm Group, 20 years, has 20 steps to recognition and success. To be continued.